Collier Motors presents the Coach Matt Griffith Show, Coach's Corner, here on Daybreak this morning. And for all your paint and body needs for your vehicle is Collier Motors Paint and Body. 256-249-2900. Collier Motors Paint and Body proudly presents the Coach's Corner with Coach Matt Griffith. And Coach, there's been a lot of talk around town, and I know there's been a lot of big football games, a lot of rivalries down through the years with Childersburg and B.B. Comer and big games down through the history of high school football. But this game coming up Friday night has so many playoff implications.
It does. It's a big ball game. There's no doubt. With Beauregard, when Beauregard beat us, it was one of those things that Beauregard was probably favored to win the region, and then when Central Clay upset them last week, it threw everything in a little topsy-turvy there with the region, and it gives our school a chance now with a victory Friday night to have a shot at a region championship, because what it'll do is it'll throw three teams into a three-way tie.
And that's been a while since we won a region title.
It has. I think you got to go all the way back to, I'll be honest with you, I don't think the school has ever won a region title since going to 18 regions. I think the last area title was 98, and that's the old four-team areas. So, and I think when 2000, 2001, they went to 18 regions. I know that Coach Blackman played at home. I think he was the region runner-up. And so I don't know if we've won an outright region title since then.
Well, to make this game a big game, you had to win on the road at Valley last weekend, and you got it done in good shape. We
did. We were worried about Valley. We went through a whole lot that week. Our kids did a good job of staying focused and traveling all the way down there. That was a longer drive than what we thought. The last time we were down there, I think, was 3 years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
It was cold. When it's supposed to be cold in football, we can't ever get there. But, we beat them in the first round. And a lot of folks don't know that was the first win of Sylacauga High School ever against a Valley team. We were 0-10 as a school in the history of the school. So that was 3 years ago. We went down there last week. We played really well. We played really well early. We got out of the gate, did what we needed to do, and yet again, for about the third game in a row, we played young kids for 2 quarters at a halftime. That was really good for our kids. And, now we're sitting at 6-1. We did exactly what we wanted to do after getting beat by Beauregard. So we've set ourselves up. We can't think of a scenario where we're not in the playoffs at least. Now we have an opportunity to fight and to try to play for number one.
Well, with Valley, you mentioned you got out early and got to play a lot of young people, and again, that's going to be a tremendous plus for next season as well and the following season.
Yeah, well, it better. I mean, I've told people it better. We have got to play those kids as much as possible. We lose a lot of good quality seniors, and those kids have to get all the playing time they can so that it's Friday Night Lights, and we're doing that. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're playing to win. Sometimes kids, you can't get those kids in there, and that's why you play on Monday nights. We've got one more B-team game, and that little bunch of kids in the 9th and 10th grade have gotten better every single week. They had a dogfight against Pell City Monday night, and we got beat 24-22 in the closing seconds. But the improvement I've seen out of our 9th and 10th grade from August to now has been tremendous. So we're very pleased with that.
Well, your senior leadership, outstanding group of seniors, and these guys, we call their name a lot of times, week in and week out. They get the job done, including a 40-point performance against Valley last week, and you're certainly going to need that tomorrow night.
Yeah, we are. Alex went over 200 yards. 2 games in a row now with he only had 7. We only gave it to him. We gave 17 carries. He had 211.
Pretty good average in it.
Very, very much so. Jackson. You can't say enough about Jackson Walker and how he handles the offense. He gets folks lined up and just knows what we want to accomplish out of it. Our offensive line is playing well right now. Austin Decker kind of leads that group. Chase Merkel's playing well at tight end. You know, so you know, the little Tashawn Looney or little A-back is always where he's supposed to be. So we're playing well, and we'll have to. You're facing the best defense we face all year. You know, their defense does as good a job and has for years and years and years at Clay before they even combine the schools. They do a tremendous job. They're very well coached, and for the first time since we played them, he's kind of opened his offense up. And he's getting his skill guys in space, and he's modernized his offense. And you know, we got our hands full. It's gonna come down to the wire, and we have to play well.
Well, with the defense of Central Clay County being as salty as you talk about, that means the Sylacauga defense is going to have to answer the bell too to you know, stop the offense from Clay Central.
Right. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. He's got a very good athletic quarterback. He's got a very, very good running back. He's got Gerald Wallace's son, who's playing receiver and strong safety, who is a threat anytime he's on the field. So they've got some weapons in there. Look, and it's a very well coached football team. Also, you can't combine two championship programs from a 3A and a 2A, make one school. You put those coaching staffs together and they not be good. And, you know, so we've got a lot of respect for Clay. We've got a lot of respect for that staff.
Kick 7 o'clock tomorrow night at Legion Stadium. And should Sylacauga win this game, you know, is that a three-way tie at that point? It's
a three-way tie if we also beat Cleburne County.
Okay.
You've got to get through.
Which you'll be the favorite there.
Right. So that would make it a three-way tie. And there are A through double N tiebreakers, and they're confusing. We're seeing it one way. I got on the phone yesterday and talked to Rob Carter, who's the head coach at Beauregard. He's interpreted it another way, so we're both kind of looking at it, and I don't think we'll know who wins the region until after the Calera game. I think the tiebreakers go to non-conference opponents. Then you start going non-conference opponent wins, non-conference opponent how many points scored, and there's a lot of tiebreakers to look at, but you don't even have a shot to win it if you don't win Friday night. We've got to win the next two to be in the hunt to be number one.
Well, the final run to the house is beginning tomorrow night with Clay of Central of Clay County, and of course they combined Lineville and Ashland several years ago and made it one school, the Volunteers, and they'll bring a crowd of folks with them. We expect a huge crowd for Sylacauga too.
We do. We sure do. We expect a huge crowd, and we should. You know, we've said it. Both teams are 6-1, and Beauregard is like 5-1 or 6-1. I mean, we were talking yesterday that you've got 3 teams in our region that are all in about the top 12. And so it's a good, strong football region, and this is what you play for. I mean,
and what a way to showcase this beautiful stadium.
I hope so. I mean, you know, people turn out, and it is, and you know, Clay people get to come and see a beautiful stadium, and you know, we don't have to put them in such a visitor's hole right there that was so bad. Now we have new facilities, and it's a good reflection of Sylacauga.
Very quickly, closing thoughts this morning with Coach Matt, of course, and if Sylacauga is to win this game, Griff, what do they got to do offensively and defensively?
Well, you know, the thing is, we can't do what we did last year. We missed. We went and we were 7-0 lead at halftime and missed 2 opportunities to be 21-0 at halftime. Every opportunity that we have to score, we've got to come away with points, whether it be a touchdown or whether it be a field goal. We have got to get points when we cross the 30. Because you're not going to have a lot of opportunities. You know, it's going to be that type of ball game, and we have got to contain those 3 weapons. You know, they can break one, but we got to tackle them. We can't give up big plays defensively if we're going to win this game.
All right, Coach Matt Griffith, the head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School. The Aggies and Central of Clay County kick tomorrow night at Legion Stadium at 7 o'clock. We'll be back with more Daybreak in just a minute.